Hi guys, welcome back to another interesting episode of That's So Bro. Today we have two very interesting guests with us, including Yosha. There you go.
I'm also here. Hi, everyone. I'm color matching. That's why she sat next to me.
Yes, for sure.
Not because she wanted to look thin and with more hair.
It's a mistake, but yeah.
Wow, we're off to a great start.
Are we battling this?
But not yet.
No.
Are we battling this?
We're all ready for it. Like, look at the face.
Are we battling this?
We were fighting all this time, so we'll first start with introductions.
Let's be friends.
For sure, Asha, for sure. We'll start with your introduction, madam. Please let us know who you are. Into this camera.
Into that camera. Hi, I'm Shani. So I'm the content creator for Pink Room YouTube channel. I'm also an entrepreneur. What else? I'm a qualified hairdresser and a beautician. I'm a mom of a beautiful daughter and a baby hamster. What else? That's about it.
That's about it, yeah.
I'm assuming the hamster you adopted?
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
Just checking. A friend asked.
Your daughter?
Yeah. What about you?
Hi guys, I'm Rafaela. Do I have to look at that?
Anywhere you want.
As long as you don't look this way, hi guys.
Like looking down the table, kind of frowned upon.
Yeah. So I'm Rafaela Fernando. I'm a photographer. I'm a stylist. I'm a designer. I'm a lecturer. So this is about me, and I've been working for quite some time now.
And what about you?
And I don't have hamsters and like.
She doesn't like hamsters.
What's your favorite animal to eat?
Eat.
Whoa.
I was.
That meant this way.
I was a vegetarian for 25 years. So Amaru, I'm eating a little bit. So I'm pescatarian now. To eat fish.
I cracked this joke.
You were a vegetarian for a long time, no?
For 25 years.
Yeah.
I love them.
Why?
How dare you?
I'm sorry.
Why were you a vegetarian for 25 years and then why shifted?
Okay, so I was a vegetarian for 25 years because I saw a cow getting slaughtered. So then after that, I was very much into beef. I used to love beef, and I used to eat beef with every single thing.
Right, good choice.
So yeah, so then I stopped eating. Then I gradually I couldn't eat anything, not even eggs, and I felt like throwing up and all that. So I was a pure vegetarian, and then I'm anemic, so I have like problems in my body, and the doctor asked me to eat meat, which I can't eat chicken. So now I just shifted to eat fish.
Okay.
So I'm a pescatarian now. I eat eggs and I eat a little bit of fish.
Right. So sushi must be blowing your mind.
Oh yeah.
There you go.
Love it.
Welcome to the club, brother. All right. Good to have you here. Yeah.
What, and which animal do you eat?
I eat every animal.
That's
Good
fine.
answer.
Like a villain.
Every animal.
So today we are going to talk about women in a man's world with a little bit of feminism into it. No, Amanda.
Yes, Yosha.
Because
I don't know why that was there, but
I like that.
a little bit of feminism because we didn't want to put too much feminism. This one will get turned red.
right. We also have a sponsor.
Oh yes, we have a sponsor. Who is it again? You tell now. I told the last episode.
Hi guys. Shout out to our sponsor Rowler for all your hair care, beard care needs. They'll do everything you need to do from facials. I am supposed to say that without laughing. Exactly. Facials to beard care to hair care. Rowler is your one-stop shop. Thank you, Rowler. We love you. Okay.
The best shop ever.
We got Yoshan doing Sinhalese and he went there.
Ooh.
We'll do the halfway through. Towards the end of it, we'll get
Yeah.
Yoshan. All right.
All right. So, photographer, content creator, beautician, designer, lecturer, all kind of. Beautician is not a male-dominated field, is it?
Not really, no.
But content creator is.
It is, yeah.
Yeah. So we have questions for male-dominated stuff.
Redo that.
So what got you into photography?
Well, this is what I wanted to do since I started dreaming from a right mind. So I was not good at anything else also because I'm dyslexic. I still am. So I was clearly not good with my studies back in the days. So I was into art, dancing, music, and anything to do with art. And I was like a curious child. And finally, I picked designing. That's what I picked first because I was a artist. Now I don't paint, sadly. So I used to have my own art exhibitions and stuff too. That's Kathy.
Kathy's sad. Kathy's sad that you're not doing art anymore.
I know,
Like,
Kathy. No. So, and then from there, so I became a designer. So I started studying designing. So the last year of the graduation, so we are supposed to take our own pictures, not our own pictures, like get a photographer. So I was working with one, and I was like, I don't like these pictures. I need like a different perspective here. And then, I didn't have anyone, and of course I didn't have money. I didn't want to ask my parents at that time. So I was like, let me take the pictures, because I was in the photography society in school. So I thought, okay, maybe I'll just manage. And I had like a little DSLR. So I went for it, and I was like, damn girl, there's something here. So, I just kind of like got there. So I've never learned photography.
So it's self-taught.
I'm self-taught. So
Wow.
I've never learned anything in photography. So it just happened to me. Designing, of course, I learned. I'm a fashion graduate, but photography, I never learned anything.
The only time I can use a DSLR is if I put it in auto mode.
Oh yeah, that anyone can.
Don't make it cheap, so.
The only thing he could do.
That's the only thing I could do. Is like, anyone can do that.
Oh my god.
Thank you.
Yeah, dude. Like you shoot on manual, he shoots on auto.
I shoot on auto.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I get like most of the people in the frame.
I so want to be here.
Stop it, don't be dumb.
And the most adorable thing is, if it still hasn't changed, the person who does the light changes is her dad. Like he holds the lights and stuff.
Oh.
Yeah, dude, I love
Because
it.
he's actually like a businessman, and he loves photography. And I'm half Malayali, so my father is from Kerala. So over there, anything to do with creatives was not really known or like considered as like a profession. So he's a businessman. So he always wanted to be a photographer. So he's giving me his like 101 support, to do whatever I want to. And that's how it is. So he's like, okay, you should do this, you should do that. And he's like, full on
It's
that.
such a wonderful support.
Oh my God.
The entire
yes.
family is
Yes.
supporting you,
Blessed.
your husband.
Definitely.
How about you, Ishan?
Well, I don't know. She was like, your husband, so I don't know. Husbands are great, right?
Yes, husbands are good.
You want to buy credit?
Oh yeah, Ishan, I know. Yeah.
Thank
yeah.
you.
Yeah. Husbands are great. Shout out to all the husbands at home.
I love how she read between the lines. Thank you.
Amazing.
Thank you. So if she flatters me, I'll just explode, man.
Good. Well,
Pick up the
Don't,
pieces.
I'm next to you.
We are matching, so it won't be visible. What about you? Tell me, what got you into content creating?
Okay, I used to travel a lot before. I was a cabin crew for Emirates Airlines. So at that time, I started doing vlogs. I'm talking about 15 years ago. So that time, YouTube was not popular at all.
Cameras are still black and white.
Yeah. No, I'm like,
well,
yeah.
there you go.
No.
She's like, yeah.
This is how the fight starts, man. All right.
So we didn't have good phones.
Right.
We just had good cameras. So I started recording and doing vlogs there. But then again, I felt like I didn't enjoy that much because I wanted to fully experience wherever I go. But when I start taking a camera and start recording and planning out vlogs, it was not my jam. So I kind of gave up on that idea. And then after getting married, I came back to Sri Lanka and I was super bored.
That's a great start.
And I thought, why not starting up a YouTube channel?
Right.
Actually, there was a reason. This was a long time back. No, I started like 5 years back.
Right.
When YouTube was different.
When YouTube was
Different logo.
much better,
Different logo.
Everyone was pretty much telling me, you know about grooming, you know about international products and things like that. So
Right.
why not educating the girls in Sri Lanka in Sinhala? Like there were no proper Sinhala channel at
Right.
that time.
Yeah.
So I thought, give it a try and started, and it was pretty working out for me. I had a couple of changes. I even stopped in between for like 1.5 years when I was pregnant and was having my baby.
Okay.
But then I again started and continued in different directions. It's evolving every day.
So
now it's a talk show.
So it was a makeup thing.
Yeah, started as a beauty product reviews and giving some small tips and grooming tips and also about interview tips. A lot of lifestyle, a lot of things I used to do.
Wasabi chocolates.
Yeah, she was one of my guests.
What is
The
wasabi
beginning.
chocolates?
We had this very
Chocolates with
interesting episode.
Have you had?
Not yet.
Oh.
I've had wasabi green peas though.
Oh, that's yum.
That's really good.
Oh,
I
would
almost
have to.
killed her with wasabi chocolate,
yeah.
man.
Do you not
So
like
that,
wasabi?
yeah, the episode.
Wasabi in chocolates, and you just like, you're not told, and then you're like,
That's what you did.
That's a great
What a
prank.
perfect host.
That's a great prank idea.
That's like my very first memory of Pink Room, but after that.
You crying on the floor rolling.
Did you when you went
have-
went to the pink room?
Still
Was the room pink?
No. That was my very first question.
I
But then at that time, we were doing it on a green screen and we made it pink later on.
Oh.
You remember? It was pink later.
We did it in a black screen.
Yeah.
And you can see my eyes and mouth only.
Come on.
It's like, yeah, Yoshan's not there. Hi, Yoshan's gone again.
I would say pink is, when you think about pink,
I think it's just like her feminine energy. She's like
that's
kinda
about
talking
it. It's
about her
not the
energy.
color,
Yeah,
you know?
yeah.
Her energy
Exactly,
is
Yoshan.
like
Except, thanks for having my back, bro.
Pink Room, like the energy that she brings to the room. Is
absolutely.
like,
So if you guys are wondering
Pink
what
could
Pink
be
Room
pink.
is, that's her podcast. Check it out. It's on YouTube. Fantastic stuff. A lot of soulful conversations. And we have an
The
episode.
best episode is our episode.
no, Ava.
Hey, sister, you get your own podcast and you plug your own thing, right? Our episode was the best episode.
Yeah.
So that's all,
Our.
bro. Everything else, yeah.
Come
She ate
on.
wasabi chocolate, she
Our,
started
right?
crying. Our. Point the camera there. Which one?
Ava.
Joshan, attack.
I
Did
think
someone ask me something?
Oh, there you go. All right.
Ava.
Thank you. That's what I thought.
Is-
It was like fun.
Dick. Also, whatever. She's trying to be nice to you. Also, ex-cabin crew member to ex-cabin crew member. What was the worst flight? What route was the worst flight?
Ooh, any Indian route. Man, like, I can't sleep before that flight.
Personally, it's a very demanding flight.
And Messi.
Messy is one thing. But
Messy.
the issue that I personally faced on the flight was, so you get 4 passengers on either side, right? You only have limited meals. But for some reason, the passengers I used to fly with, they always wanted 2 or 3 choices. And then if this
Yeah.
person get 2 or 3 choices, this person also wants that. So then this person will also see, they got I was a 1. And you're like, sir, I'm so sorry, I have limited meals, what do you want me to do? And then they wanted Coke and Sprite and Fanta and this and that. And I was like, man, I'm running out of juice here, sir. So that was a very hectic flight.
So now that airline, they only give fruit juice, no other.
Understandable.
It's like,
I understand
screw you.
completely,
You
man.
only get orange juice or apple juice.
Yes. You
That's
were?
it.
Yeah.
This or this.
This or
Pick.
Or, not yes, and or.
You don't have a choice.
Or water.
Yes.
So
In
getting
other
into,
airlines, no. Emirates, no.
are we allowed to say brand names for that?
Sure.
Are they
Yeah.
paying us?
Past
They're not
experience.
paying
It's
us.
not going to come and sponsor us anyway.
They're not.
Ouch.
We're going to get Emirates on this podcast. We're going to bring her back.
And Pink Room will be bought by us and we'll shut it
I
down.
will wear I love Emirates t-shirt on that podcast.
We will buy Pink Room and shut it down.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
There you go, Sean.
Yeah.
Good plan.
Yeah. Buy it from you, shut it down, and give the money to someone else.
We will shut it down, but have only that our
Give the
episode
money
on
to
this.
me.
Give me argument.
Give the
You know who's gonna get the money?
Love it.
You.
Thank you. I'll give you the other half.
I'll be sharing.
Done.
Done. Good business. Yeah.
Now we were
So
just-
now you came back to photography. Photography is a male-dominated field, is it?
It is.
And you stepping into it, were you one of the pioneers? Were there other female photographers?
There were. And like, my thing is like, now I've been in the industry for 16 years. And one thing I never do is play the woman card. It is hard. It is equally hard for men also, because I know so many men who, they haven't even done half of the things I've done. So it's not because they are being a man or a woman. So art is genderless. So I like to kind of put it that way. But sadly, photography used to be male dominated.
Mm-hmm.
It's not male dominated anymore. It's male centric now.
What does that mean? What's the difference?
Most of them are men, and they are literally like everywhere in every part. I'm not telling this, in a negative.
Yeah.
No, fact is
They
fact.
are they are the center. We are like the branches which
Understood.
comes through.
And
the,
you mentioned playing the woman card. What does that mean? Like,
because most of the time, like I've seen, I wouldn't obviously take names, like some female photographers would be like, this is such a hard industry, so being women, it's real. There's nothing like that, Maybe we are just working a bit more harder in some areas, but it's not true. Because, sometimes you are heard, you're seen, and you're respected when you're a woman, when you know how to demand.
Yeah, fair enough.
And it's never, it's always wrong to kind of put it on a man and be like, because there are like 10 male photographers here, I'm the only female and they are treating me like this. It never happens.
so job opportunity was equal.
So the job role is equal because art is genderless.
No, I mean the opportunities that came.
Opportunities are equal now. My thing is you have to fight for it.
You have to fight.
It's never given on a platter. It's never fed to you. It was never given to me. It was never fed to me. And I don't come from a creative family. I come from a very, like a business family. And then, all of a sudden I'm put there and I have zero experience.
Understood.
And I have not learned photography. And then, like the last thing to do is like to play the woman card and be like, oh my God, it's so hard. And I've seen so many men out there who struggle way more than I have. And
Can they play the man card?
Would you? No, that's no such thing. Would you also argue that nowadays because when it comes to fashion, it's primarily a woman's field as opposed to a man's field because there's less men's clothing types and more often ladies. That they prefer, like female models would prefer having a female photographer as well to feel comfortable.
It happens sometimes.
Right.
Say if it's like a swimwear shoot,
or
like
lingerie
a
or
fine art
something.
shoot or a lingerie shoot. And nowadays people love doing fine arts too. So fine arts get really comfortable when it's a female photographer.
I'm sorry, I'm an idiot. What's a fine art shoot?
So you sometimes get normal art motion. These are just fine. I have no idea.
What a fine art?
We send
Sorry, Sashini almost died there. Sorry, we almost
Spit that side. Spit that side.
We almost bought Pink Room.
Spit that side.
We almost bought Pink Room just there for a second.
Yes.
David, you almost said it.
Please tell me what is
like
fine
say
arts.
nude photography or
All
something
right,
like that.
okay.
So and that's a beautiful art form, but
Yes.
it's not very popular.
Yeah.
But when it's a female photographer, females feel very
Comfortable.
to kind of work with.
And I think that photography, you should have the right audience because some audience members, they see it in a...
Oh my God, yes.
Yeah.
So I personally do it, but if you go on my Instagram, you don't see nothing.
Yeah.
You see nothing there because the reason is I don't want people to look at my work in a lustful
Understood.
way,
Yeah.
and that's not in my control to say,
Yeah.
don't look at my pictures in this way. Like,
Don't look at it like that, okay?
Yeah.
Get your hand on your
Put
pants.
your right hand out of the pocket.
Or the left hand.
see, now this I can't tell. So because of that,
We'll tell for you.
yes.
In the,
Yes, boys.
on the top,
Stop it! Stop it!
on the top of her Instagram, it's us telling, take your hand out, take your hand out. No, take your hand out. Like every picture, both of us at the bottom.
No, that'll actually look cute. Just imagine like that.
Can have their picture on
No.
And they'll be like, I don't want to see these pictures anymore. Boys
Oh,
and all.
end
So,
of every clip, his picture.
I mean, if the guy sees my picture and finishes, that's it.
Good for you, brother.
That's not good for me, good for him.
I was thinking, Ishan, maybe you should do a fine art shoot.
I should.
You should.
Do you have a lens big enough though?
Yes.
A light strong enough?
She'll make it happen.
Let's do it.
It's a macro lens.
Have you seen Family Guy?
Yes.
So when that dude runs around, he's just like stomach, there's head, stomach, and legs. So it'll be like that, don't be.
The finest of art.
Yes.
What about you? Content creating.
Like, what about me? What have I
What a
done?
collaboration that would be.
Like my jumpsuit, like seriously.
No, I mean content creating. It's also predominantly it's man thing,
I think
right?
it's a half and half.
No, I think it's different for what I did because it was about girls and talking about beauty tips and all that. There were only very few content created even afterwards,
Right.
and some of them didn't really continue for a long time. These channels, sometimes they come up and then they disappear.
Right.
So there are like only very few who started back in the day with me and still up to now, still continuing their standards and the quality and everything. What was your question?
Well, that's a great way. I'll go to the next question.
The male dominance, no, there's no male.
So you're into beautician and hair and stuff like that.
Yeah.
What do you feel about men coming into that field? Like I see a lot of men in the saloons now. I mean, my wife was dressed by a male dresser. Yeah. So
I
does
think-
that threaten?
No, I think it shouldn't. We should not talk about in that manner. Why can't we talk about humans? It should be humans. It doesn't matter a man doing hair, a man cooking. I mean, chefs. They are one of the best chefs in the world are males.
Men,
you know?
yeah, that's true.
So
Men are really good
he's
at
happy
everything.
about
Very great.
I can't think of anything that men are bad
What
at.
are we bad at?
there are things, but let's not go there. But
Being humble.
I mean, modesty.
Yeah.
I mean, we cannot, make life. That's a
fair.
minor thing. But
Yeah. That's a minor
First
thing.
bubble?
I like Yosha said we can't make life, but that's a minor thing. Yeah, for sure, bro.
we can adopt.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, so
I
please
forgot
continue.
what I was talking about.
Bro, we all forgot what you're talking about, man.
But Dr. Hamster?
Adopt hamster.
Yeah. But then when you started, there was obviously some content creators that you looked up to. Locally, who was there in that field? Or was there nobody and you were the pioneer there?
No one really at that time.
She's that old.
True. Not anyone that I looked up to here locally, but there were few internationally.
Right.
I can't recall the names at that time.
Susan.
Hey, yo, great
Let's
job.
not go there.
Hey, yo, great job, man. All right.
Thanks.
But then how do you find it? Because how I work is I look at the people who used to inspire me, and then I give it my own little twist and bring it down here. How do you make content that way? Like, what is your process?
When I started, it was very easy for me just to be myself.
Right.
It was authentically me. It's just the way I talk to my friends. So I indeed planned out my content, but then whatever I did at home, like little remedies, things as if I'm talking to my friend.
Right.
I just got really free, started talking to the camera. That's about it. But then later on in the process, of course, I see many other channels coming up. They were doing great as well. So I've taken feedback from them. I've taken whatever they've been doing. I've taken bits and pieces here and there.
Right.
But all I want to do is something different. Like where I started is not where I am now.
Okay.
So I have evolved. I've done different things. I've started a talk show. Then I started visiting places. I've even done a table manners, videos,
Oh, nice.
things like that.
Right.
So different etiquettes, grooming, different areas I have covered.
Right.
So I get bored with one thing. So eventually I will get bored with my talk show too. So I have to think about what's next for me.
Right.
Don't worry, that's a bro will not get bored until Takshi kicks us out. The day That's a Bro stops, it
Good
means
save.
Takshi has kicked us out of the studio.
Yes.
You can use my studio after that.
Takshi, we have a replacement Takshi. Takshi. Oh my God, what just happened? I don't know. Let's go to the next question. Being a woman in this modern generation, fast-paced information coming through, and those days women can be like, I'm a girl. You said playing the woman card. That feminine energy. Is it lost in this modern day? Like being true to yourself, being a lady. Is that lost?
It's like there are so many things to talk about when we speak about feminine energy.
Yes.
And I think it's not only females, even the male energy. And I believe like the moment the man has the male energy, to a certain extent, that's when the woman starts feeling like a woman. And
So that's dependent.
it's dependent because sometimes, I'm just talking about like if two people are involved.
Okay.
But overall, I think the moment you go out, the feminine energy is always about, taking care of someone, being protective, being empathetic,
Trying
love,
to provide
to provide
love
and all that. So, that happens the moment you feel secure and protected. I'm not talking about a partner here.
your
So
clients.
say you're working you're in a work environment and you don't feel protected, you don't feel safe, you man up at that time. You're like, this is my boundary, nobody steps here. And you draw that the moment that happens, and you're not going to sound like a woman then.
Yes.
I do that all the time, and sometimes they say, oh, she's a tough cookie. I'm not. I'm just having my boundaries drawn, so I'm protected. But the moment someone else does it for me, I'm just back to normal, like myself. I'm just like having fun and all that. But the moment there's no one to do that, I'm a different person. And I think it's like natural thing which comes within you. I think it's the same for men too. You know, if you're living alone, you will start cooking, you will start taking care of everything else, because you know, you're going to be the woman, you're going to be the man. I'm not saying that's the woman's job. Yes, understood. But you're going to take care of yourself, you know. But the moment you have your wife or your partner, you know, I'll make something for you, you'll be like super happy. You're going to be childlike, and that happens naturally. And that happens in the workspace too. If someone else is there to manage, you know, like certain amount of work, you're just going to be the man at work. But if at one point you have to do both, you're going to be both. You know, and there's nothing wrong about it, but things have changed. Tables have definitely turned, and you know, we don't, sometimes in some places we don't feel the feminine energy. I mean, there are so many days that you work with bunch of men and you come out like feeling like a man, you don't feel like a woman, you know, and that's a good thing and a bad thing, because and I think it's the same thing for men also. Then sometimes you work with bunch of women, but you come out feeling like a man, but you don't feel like, you know, I've done something more softer to this place or this job or something like that. I think it's very psychological. It's very psychological, and it's energy. We're talking about energy. We can't see it.
I just have this.
That's a beautiful answer, man.
Great answer. Also, just a funny thing that popped into my head. She's working all day with like 5-6 men, and like she's all pumped up, man, and she goes home like to her husband, "Hey, time, cook for me." Yeah, come, let's go to bedroom. I'm on top tonight, I can imagine. So like when you go home, does it just come back because your husband looks after?
It does.
So it just switches.
No, it's see, like whether you have a partner or not, like man is never a need, but you want the male presence, you want that energy in your life. So obviously I would want that. Like when I go home, like he's there. He's not going to come at me in like, hey,
sup,
you know?
Sup, bro? Sup. Do you want some?
Yeah, exactly. So he's going to be like more chilled. So I'm just going to be back to, it's like a, you know, how do I say, shape-shifting, sort of a very chameleon sort of a thing. I think all of us are like chameleons. Like we, you know, kind of adapt to that environment, and we just, I mean, if it's a toxic environment, that's when you go back. You'll still be the woman, the angry one though, you know, like the grumpy one. The same thing with men. But if you're from going after like a really like a very nurturing sort of environment, you go back home like, you know, like more nicer, more softer, more nurturing sort of, and that is very, very important. Real. It's very real, and it's very important.
Anything you want to add to that about the feminine energy?
No, I think even men, you guys also have that feminine energy, you know. It's just a balance of feminine and masculine energies within us. For me, not necessarily like having a good partner, it's a bonus.
Right.
But for me, like without having an external factor affecting me, right now I feel like I know how to control my feminine energy and my masculine energy.
Right.
Because as she said, many circumstances we have to be very masculine to survive a lot of work environment that we work with a lot of people, day-to-day life. So for that, you need it, but at the same time, without any external factors affecting, we should be able to, you know, protect our feminine energy. But as you said, your question, it's not easy nowadays. It is a bit of work.
Like I just was going through some old videos and about how people are complaining about, because of this fast-paced age, this whole feminine energy is lost, where women have to stand up more to become more masculine in order to survive in the workplace. That's why I wanted to ask that question.
It's a good question.
It's a very good question.
Oh, thanks.
That's all you get here. That's so, bro. Shani.
You will not get questions that is in the pink room.
This is the blue room. Only on the blue room.
Blue?
Sorry. Yeah, this is the blue room also sometimes. Anyway, Amanda. Think about it.
I'm not going to say that part of it. I'm happy about you, Mary Joshan. Madam, what? Is it hot for you?
A little bit.
Do you want to switch?
No, it's fine.
Are you okay? Because there's AC coming here.
They're freezing.
Are you guys freezing?
No, I'm very comfortable actually.
Okay.
What would you like to say? Oh, yeah, no, please, thanks.
That's very helpful.
How do you balance being a mom and a so you work full time more or less? How do you balance the two?
Well, the first thing, you can't really balance. That's something.
Screw the kid, adopt a hamster.
The hamster.
Is that why you got a hamster?
Yeah, on top of all the work I have and the kid, now I have a hamster.
Right.
So anyway, the one thing that I accepted within me is like you can't really balance.
Right.
Like sometimes your work requires more of your energy. So then you have to work towards that. Sometimes your kid requires more of my attention, you know, then I have to look into that. So it's the situation. It's not exactly, you know, sometimes you miss out, you know, things like maybe her first walk or something very important, like you feel really guilty about it, but then you actually have to be somewhere else for work.
Right. You have to do what you have to do.
Yeah, so that's something a working mom has to go through every day. It's not easy, but sometimes some things you have to do.
And Dad?
Well, as a seafarer, I work months and months
Yeah.
away, so I miss a lot of milestones. So what I do is take really long vacations until the bank's like, bro, you can't stay. You really have to go. Like, bro, are you kidding? You put the ATM, there's nothing. AI is only coming out. So then only I go back. So I try not. I have missed a few, but I am lucky enough to say that compared to other seafarers, I've stayed home a bit longer since my daughter was born, because I don't want to miss. Even now, this vacation, I was supposed to go this month, but because of her birthday, I'm like, can I stay a little bit longer? They're like, you know what? Here's a punishment. You stay another 3 months. And I'm like, it's okay. I'll beg. So yeah, so I understand what she says, missing those milestones, first steps, the first time they hang, it's hard.
The first time they hang.
Like they
Oh, exactly.
hang.
Oh, the first time they did a pull up.
Yeah, something like that.
Oh, my parents weren't there the first time I did a pull up either, bro.
No. Like when they cannot walk and then they.
Oh, okay, yeah. I don't probably.
So I was there for that.
Aw.
She was like, she was blabbling, and then chick, and like, so I'm like, what are you looking at? She couldn't really speak it. I'm like, oh, your eyes up there, not down here. Oh, nice.
I was there for that.
Yeah, but like first step, I think I missed out.
Right.
First word also I missed out, but other than that, I think I was there for most of it. Like first
But-
poop was on me.
But
so
he's busy
Yeah.
creating a future for her, so
yeah, that's that.
Yeah.
That's it.
a better, secure, safe.
Yeah, I mean,
Future.
once the bank says no money, then there's no
What
future
do we
anyway.
have?
It's like, Tati, what's for school fees? Wait, I have to go and come.
I'll see you in 6 months.
See, 6
Yeah.
months.
Work-life balance as a married person with your husband, is there any...
It has been the most amazing thing to.
I'm sorry, would you like to share what he does?
Oh, so he's a post-production artist and he's a creative director. So
For movies?
no, same industry. That's
Okay.
how we met also.
Oh.
And
Wow, it's
Aw.
like... It's
Yeah,
like
that's so, bro. All we do is that. There you
Yeah.
go, bro. I got the money. Shave, there, go for it.
yeah, so that's how we met also at a shoot. So work life has been amazing, you know, because he understands what I do and I understand what he does, and like he's very supportive and I support his work. So it's like two friends working together sort of thing, as long as like we have like disagreements, like no, I don't like it. So
husband and wife disagreement? I've never heard of such a thing.
oh my god,
Really?
never.
Is that a thing?
No.
Oh my god, Takshi, do you know that?
Takshi's turning pink.
Takshi's like
Takshi's turning pink,
hiding.
bro.
Takshi's hiding her face.
Yeah, she does that a lot for some reason, I don't know why.
Every time you're trying to say something and Darius and Takshi's like, oh my god, this shit again.
Can't.
We should have a camera for Takshi only.
I would love that.
We have
We've been
suggested...
saying that for the past since season 1.
Yeah.
From season 1, we've been pushing her to, but she's like, Magi konde haduene. Here, there's a hairstylist here. She fixed my hair.
As you can see, it's a
Yeah.
permanent solution.
Yeah.
Professional hairdresser.
There you go.
Professional hairdresser.
All right, so let's get back to the questions that we have.
Raf, with the industry you work in now, both we'll say the photography and the designer, are there some common misconceptions that you would like to debunk?
In general, for women, right?
Yeah, but in general also.
In general, like there are quite a lot. Like, you know, we always keep on saying we don't have opportunities, like, which is like
Bullshit.
not discovered the opportunities as per yet, but we do have opportunities. And now looking at how many international productions are happening in Sri Lanka, so we never discovered this, they did. So which means there are more opportunities and more callings and more openings for our people. So I look at it as a very positive thing. And then, like, you know, as a person, I just recently started working keeping my baby steps in Bollywood as well. So like, working there and like then seeing that connection here, I see so much like we can really connect the bridges if we really want to. But the ones who can do it, who got the authority and the power, don't really want to do it.
What do you mean they don't want to do it?
No commission.
No commission, yes, exactly. Because even if I get my
Got the point.
Right, got it.
and then like there are so much. Then if I have to take all my equipments to another country, I have to pay so much, because it's not like before, like, and it's not even like a proper profession. You say I'm a photographer. Oh, like what else do you do? And that is like my profession.
Okay.
And then they're like, that is not like a legit profession. And I'm like, it is. And then I had to, kind of say. I'm a fashion designer. Does that work? Yeah, that works.
When you apply for visa, that is.
Yeah, so that works. And at the same time, like, you go somewhere and you have tons of equipment, then they're like, no, you can't take this. So photography is not really a thing. Like, so you don't really have to carry all these things. So then you go to another country, you have to rent them out. And, it's not like an inconvenience. That is like something that we do most of the time. So making things easier for the artists and the creators will take the country very, very far.
Say that again to the camera. Here,
Short clip.
all you people, listen to this.
I completely forgot what I do.
Making life easier for artists.
Oh yeah, because
Is my hand there? No, my hand's not there. Okay, my hand's
You're
there.
covering my face.
and the other thing is like when we go and like we want to like shoot in certain locations, we don't get the permission.
Yeah, fair enough.
In Sri Lanka itself.
In Sri Lanka, and then we're talking about like tourism. We're talking about like we have to promote Sri Lanka, but how? Like showing the devil dances, sigiri, and lotus flowers will not take us
The process,
anywhere.
how long it takes, right?
Definitely, because the modern day Sri Lanka is much more like it's not a third world country anymore, But the moment you go somewhere and tell like we are Sri Lanka, they're like, oh, like is that even in the map? Do you all have rights to it? Sort of questions.
Oh, you're India.
You're India. No, this is Sri Lanka. Oh.
So I was working with an American customer, and when I said I'm from Sri Lanka, he's like, oh, really? For a Sri Lankan, you're using the laptop really well. I'm like,
Excuse
we have computers.
We have electricity at home.
We have electricity. I mean, once in a way I have to go to the other house toilet to use. We don't have.
No, but that is so true because this happened to me once too. Like, so I was like kind of like dressed up and going on. And like, where are you from? I said I'm from Sri Lanka. Oh, you're well dressed for a Sri Lankan. I was like, what were you expecting? Right?
Amude?
I was like, Amude, like, what were you expecting me to wear? And then. So the modern day Sri Lanka is not really shown. It's always like you take like a visit Sri Lanka calendar.
Oh, it's a bunch of fishermen.
A fisherman tea, lotus flowers, kajugama, devil
One dance.
dances.
There you go.
And I mean, come on, like
That's about it. It's
Yeah.
the same thing has happened to Ethiopia, We think a different world and
absolutely.
Ethiopia is
it's
such a developed country.
Exactly. So like
But we
we are
need to
not
keep it
developed as
that way
Ethiopia,
to
but-
threaten the kids. Kapang natang Ethiopian lamai wagi. So we need to keep it that way until.
No, but our country is not as developed as Ethiopia.
That's true.
the saddest
Their
part.
GDP is higher than us.
I'm so sorry, he said that. I had to laugh, but yeah, fair enough.
that
Yeah.
is
So we
sad
need to
part.
keep that misconception just for the kids' sake.
Like, if you don't eat, who's gonna eat this
Yeah,
food?
yeah,
Yeah, fair enough.
Yeah.
Think of the Ethiopian kids.
Yeah,
But in fact, they're having better food than us. So
exactly.
They are.
so don't tell my daughter that she doesn't know. Daughter, you don't know yet.
Apodini.
Don't watch your dad's podcasts.
Hey, she doesn't know what she's talking about, right?
Don't watch the Pink Room.
It's not pink.
Watch Pink, darling. Pink Room.
Pink for the girls.
Right. So
It's so annoying.
So bad. I was like, pink for the girls. So the daughter gets convinced.
so my daughter's obsessed with pink.
It
We
is,
are
that's
planning her birthday celebration these days, and everything
old
is
is she?
pink. 3.
Oh, so cute.
Everything is pink. Like we showed a picture of a cake, that's not pink enough. We show a picture of a dress, that's not pink enough. We show a picture of a balloon, which is pink. Pinker, please. So yeah, everything's pink. It's gonna be like where her podcast is supposed to be.
Not in the black room.
Not in the black room.
We're still throwing shade, I see. Okay.
I'm not offended.
She's like,
All right. So in your experience, when you are doing your job, at any point in your life, did you have to prove to yourself, like some incident that must have happened, where you felt, oh no, I am failing because of my gender. I'm failing because I didn't do it as well as someone else, and you had to do something to prove to yourself, no, I am better. I can do this. Has something like that happened to you?
Oh, that eyebrow went straight up, bro.
In my career, not really, because I started working, first it was Emirates Airline, where like the
Yeah,
gender
giving the
equality
sponsorship,
was
for
there. There were
Hi, Emirates.
your next sponsor.
Sweet, please.
But I didn't face any sort of, I didn't have such experience.
I will tell you why that is. All right. In cabin crew, what happens is this. In my personal experience. So generally, when they have a crew of about 13 people or 14 people, they will get
You're more women, so.
they will get more chicks, and they will get 2 dudes or 3.
Oh,
One bug is working in the kitchen in the
so
front.
he was one of
I was one of those boys. One bug works in the kitchen in the front, one bug works in the kitchen in the middle, one bug works in the kitchen in the back.
Usually the senior is also a woman, so.
Yes, right?
So you should ask that question from him.
So generally what happens is, you'll get a couple of really pretty girls who say, "Hi sir, hi ma'am, would you like a menu card? Or you want a pillow? Or you want a blanket? Okay." And then
You don't
you're in
talk
the,
like that.
Oh yeah, okay. And then we're in the back there. You don't understand much. At one point, I didn't have any hair on this arm because this is the arm you stick inside the oven to get that last bit of meals that's
Oh
stuck
my
there.
God.
So you take that shit out with some iron. And you're like, so you set up the cards.
That's true.
You set up the special meals. You set up what goes on top of the card. And then first you have to make sure that all the meals are counted for you, Shani. Alright? So first you do your safety checks and you're like, okay, safety check is done. And then you check all the meals. Alright. Because there are some people who are like vegetarian meal is vegetarian meal, but there's vegetarian something else and vegetarian something else.
Strict
And
vegetarian,
that bump was
vegan.
also there.
Oh,
Yeah,
so
all that shit.
yeah.
Okay, so you need to make sure that is there because others are like, oh, I'm so sorry, I ordered the vegan meal, not the vegetarian meal. So you're like, oh, okay, bro.
I like the tag.
Leaves are leaves. I don't understand, but okay.
He's pouring. Pour it out.
And if you don't, right? If you don't get that meal,
It's okay, so the wind.
yeah, if you don't get that meal, that's your fault. I didn't pack this shit, but somehow it's your fault. So the first you heat those meals, make sure that shit goes out. All right. Then only do you get the 2 cards ready, and then you send the cards out. And then you're like, oh my god. So after doing all that stuff and getting the ovens ready, you're like, okay, I'm ready to go. Then you put on your stupid jacket, and then you take it up and take it down. And they're like, do you have any more meals in the back? You're like, shit, okay. Then you go check if there are more meals, and you come back. If you're the guy at the back, right, this is the large aircrafts, you also have to make sure that there's enough meals for people in the front also. And you're like, what is that bugger doing? And you're like, okay, fine. So you do that. Then halfway through, if it's a long flight, you have to switch meals because they freeze all the food, right? So you have to make sure that the front, the mid cabin has enough meals as well. You send them the meals and you send them back, and you're like, oh, okay, I have 3 hours apiece before the shitstorm starts getting. And then before you know it, if it's a really long flight, you get some rest. But I was just so anxious on the bloody plane. I just didn't rest. So I just watch a movie and I'm not even interested in the movie. I'm like, okay, just a bit
So
more.
he was one of those like 2 or 3 boys. So.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, while he's
No.
doing all that, I'm the person of like, where's the food?
That bugger. That piece of shit. After done with the service, he's the same guy who said, I don't want tea. And then after tea, can I have a tea, please?
Oh.
Ting! Can I have more ice for this, please? Ting! Where's the tea?
Food on demand on economy class. But your particular airline,
Yes.
you guys, like, gents had to do it, the galley work and all that?
There was some persons who said, no, but they're a girl or not, you do it. But a
so I
majority of
didn't
it,
know
like,
For us,
Hey.
whoever's in charge of the galley has to do it. Doesn't matter guy
So
or
how do you
girl.
know you're in charge? You pull straws before the flight?
you check the flight list.
No,
It's like, you're galley, you're not galley.
No. Depends on generally Machang, it's mainly girls, right? It's mainly girls and 3 boys. So
No,
you know,
now in her one,
definitely
she
can.
said it's not gender divided.
No, it's not.
Is that a
It's not.
seniority thing?
It's sometimes.
So this was for something else.
Yeah.
It's a senior can also decide at the same time.
That's
It's a
what
teamwork sort of a thing.
Him and
Like some people they
Ah.
like
This
to
one
be in
not
the
like-
galley, you know.
Oh,
Get
majority
this,
of
get
like
that.
This is posh airlines. This is
This is like
Unposh.
This one was like the kolla.
yes, I was
Full out
but
there.
I'll tell you what, the thing Machang, so the first few flights you do, it's really stressful because a majority of that and what goes wrong in that is your problem. But then after that, bro, you start really wanting the galley job because after a while people just leave you alone and you say, no, I didn't clean the galley. Fuck. So people will actually to give you space, like, my little space here, I can clean stuff. And then I became very, it's not OCD, but I became very particular about how clean a surface is only because I work in the galley. Like this needs to be polished. So you
Spotless.
clean that and then you mop the floor and it's sparkling because of you and you're like, I love that.
Sparkling because of you.
Bruh, I love that. Towards the end of it, I was like, my galley, please go outside. I have things to do inside. Close that down.
Taking it so seriously.
Yeah.
Wow.
I loved it.
ting!
And then that's that piece of shit.
Can I have some tea?
Yes, sir. What do you want?
Oh, sorry, I pressed it by accident.
Well, sir, what do you want? Can I have a tea? So you had a tea 5
So I
minutes
just yawned and it just like hit the button.
Sorry, I pressed it by accident. Ding! Again.
What was the worst flight experience you had? With a passenger one and by yourself two?
I have so many.
Tell me one.
I'm trying to figure out. I'm trying to figure out which one is suitable to say.
All are suitable, all suitable.
I will tell you a really bad thing that happened to me, and if you tell me your thing first.
Oh, okay.
Oh, show yours. if you
I
show-
will.
Not so bad. They always fight for the hat track,
Nuggets.
the space.
You had a hat track? What a fancy airline.
Yeah,
Hat track.
the space.
Yeah.
Overhead bins.
Overhead bins, yeah.
we call it hat tracks as well. So Indians, they call it hat track. That's why. So it was another Indian flight,
Right.
obvious reasons.
What's the obvious reason?
She was only in charge of Indian flights.
Oh, okay. That's obvious. That's very obvious. Like the
She
pink
Sri
room.
Lankan, she probably speaks Hindi. Come on, yeah.
Hindi, I guess.
Oh, there you go. That's
Yeah.
why she got the invites.
And they assumed she was vegetarian also.
There you go.
I just like throw her.
So that flight, we were boarding passengers in a very peaceful manner. Somehow we managed to, get everything done. And the last few people came, obviously, with the biggest hand luggages
yes.
ever. And then, not tinting.
No, not tinting.
They were literally like, trying to punch each other
No.
because of the overhead bin space. So I had to come in, and they're like, shall I say it in the accent?
Please say it. Please say it.
Yes.
This hatteracker is my hatteracker. Somebody put something in it. I don't like it. He said,
It's like Russell Peters is here.
Yeah, Russell Peters was saying
"No,
that.
Russell
Hello,
Peters."
Russell Peters.
I love Russell Peters.
I can tell you one story. I can tell you either the story of how a passenger flashed me, or I can tell you about the fight that happened.
Flash you.
I'll tell you one story. You pick which one.
You.
So the flash story, you already finished it. There's the other one.
Okay, got it. So what happened was, what happens with us is a majority of our Sri Lankans, because they have no other choice, the mother leaves the family and goes to the Middle East to work as a maid. And then she earns the Adayama and then she sends it back here.
Yeah.
Right. Respectable, right? What had happened was, I think, what had happened was, the husband, I think, got some big break.
Okay.
Like a huge break. Like he didn't need this cash anyway. So as a thank you to his wife and an I love you, what this man somehow did was, he got either 2 planes or got on a way to bring the wife back from the country. This is Saudi or something like that, right? So this man flew all the way there or whatever it is, and now he's trying to come back with the wife as a surprise. What he didn't know was, while she was there, the wife found a boyfriend also.
Oh my god.
So on that day, Yoshan, on that flight, so this man, I somehow had some connection to Sri Lankan, I think, and he booked the tickets so that he sat next to his wife. And next to the wife was sitting the boyfriend also.
Oh my god.
Right. So we just welcome passenger scene and like he said surprise and all that, and she looked shocked a bit, but also like
Happy?
and because the boyfriend's also there, right? Because he didn't know that this man's in the picture, this man doesn't know he's in the picture. And bro, it got to a very awkward point. Like we had to re-sit passengers because they were starting a fight. And this was like, matabai. Yeah, obviously matabai. Because clearly these guys really want something. So we had to stop the fight. We had to tell them, look, if you keep doing this, we'll have to either restrain you or something like that. And we had to re-sit
Well, I've
passengers.
actually done a restraint on board.
Nah, we got
Okay,
this closer.
Okay, now I remember.
We got these close
So
to
we've done it, and
Badass.
having the restrained passenger for another 5 hours with us was the most
Fun.
terrible thing, because I don't want to say in detail what
Okay.
he did. Should I?
Yeah, sure, go for it. just increase the mic volume. There you go. Okay, alright, cool.
He started like spitting on everybody around him.
Nah.
And he started peeing and pooping on himself. We can't let him go out
was
of
he,
the
was he
seat.
a drunk passenger?
A drunk and was trying to abuse another woman. So the restraining techniques were used professionally. We've done it.
Hit him up!
We have to protect
Why are you enjoying this? Stop enjoying this.
Stop peeing at yourself.
But then
Take your hand out of the pocket. Take it out.
that was one. There's another
God.
2 small stories. You finish yours.
No, I'm done with my story. They had a fight there. We had to say, shall we go to the outside? Okay, you tell your story.
The other one is the death on board.
Yeah.
That was terrible, man.
Death.
Yeah, we had to do the
Thank god I'm not doing this job.
chest
I
compression.
can't even watch.
I've actually faced all sort of medical incidents and many
right.
catastrophic situations except ditching.
What is dishing? Oh, ditching, right.
Ditching in the sense you're landing
In the water.
Where you come
on
into my
water.
territory.
Yeah, there you go. Ah, you're shot.
It's like, this is mine. Why are you here?
What is it?
Chip, chip.
Chip. Go back
I
this
forgot
guy.
what I was saying. I have short-term
You
memory.
have faced a lot of situations except for ditching.
Can you eat some gotu kola when you go home? That's what's lacking here. Yeah.
What?
Short-term
short-term.
memory.
Memory. Right. Understood.
So yeah,
She's like,
and
gotu kola.
there was one incident. One of the engines caught fire
Okay.
while we were on air.
Okay.
This was 2010 December. I remember the month because after that we got vacation for Christmas. There was emergency vacations.
Oh, I bet.
Something good came out of it, but that was chaotic. Like when it really happens, you will see how people react.
Right.
Like you might get the most best training in the world, everything, but then at that
Fight or
moment,
flight,
the
what's
way people.
Can I just one question? Do they stop the movie when the thing catches fire?
Do they stop the plane mid-air?
No, the movie. Do they stop the movie?
Good point.
Because what else am I going to
That's the
do?
least thing I
What else
care
am I
about.
going to do? I might as well finish the movie before we die.
No,
If you stop the movie, I look at that fight, I also scream.
No, that would be him.
It's a good
But
point.
The funny part was
I'd be
people
like,
were just running
"Get it."
around. I'm
Oh, in
like,
the
where
plane.
are you running to? You know?
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
They must have stopped the movie.
Yeah.
If you didn't stop the movie, no one would have noticed it.
Right.
They will be like, why is it getting hot? AC stopped working.
AC
Because
stop.
they usually stop during turbulences too, so I'm sure they stop.
They must have, yeah.
Stop what?
That's why people started
movie?
running, not because of the fire.
Like the movie, what happened to Jack? Did he die at the end of
Oh
Titanic?
my God, Jack!
And they just run.
The death on board happened when you were a part of the flight?
Yeah,
Oh.
yeah. So we had to give chest compressions.
Did you put the weapon in the book also?
So a death on board.
She put the weapon in the book.
This is serious stuff.
A death on board happened when one of my
Be
friends
serious.
when one of my friends was doing a Middle Eastern flight. It was don't laugh at this old archie that she
Wait a second, let her come back. Are you here? Let's do this.
a death on
Don't
board
laugh.
happened when one of my friends was operating a Middle Eastern flight and an old lady has passed away. The thing is, it's sad. The thing is, so you can't stop anywhere.
Oh,
Yeah,
Now,
that's the thing.
so you do that. But now the person sitting next to that person.
You didn't take
No,
the body
our
out.
I put it in the fridge.
No, like put it on the floor.
Yeah, there's no space up there. The bug hand rack issue also. There's hand rack issue, there's no space anywhere. So you see the person?
No, our procedure
Oh
was
my
different. We
God.
wouldn't put a dead body on the seat. We would
Put on the alley.
keep because we have enough space. We have
Isn't that
bigger
what you call an
aircrafts.
aisle?
Not in the aisle, like in the galley.
I'll
next
rather
to us.
keep it in the aisle than let him
So
sit
we
next
have,
to me.
We have to be seated next to.
Oh my lord.
Imagine that Raj is like,
We
hey, I'm
did,
dead.
man.
Hey, I'm dead. I'll start running.
Okay.
Oh my God,
To be
this is
completely fair, from what I always remember and what I was told, the dead body was next to the passenger. I think it was a full flight because generally Middle Eastern flights are packed.
Oh my God.
There's no other space.
The worst flight that I went on.
After this.
So we got on the plane. It was the same flight that he worked for. The same brand.
Okay. I was part of the flight.
You were the
So I got in and we sat down. Everything was like happening nicely. You know, I was sad going to the ship, all that shit.
Right.
The plane started to heat up.
Right.
Some dude comes like, sorry, the AC has stopped working. Our engineers are working on it. And they start working on it
Right.
for 4 hours.
Oh my God.
We are stuck in a hot plane. They have opened the back door so some hot air is coming in.
Huh?
Yeah.
It's on land.
It's on land. The engineer walked into the plane. Still didn't take off. Engineer walked in.
How do you think they were fixing the plane?
They were all wearing jetpacks. Small.
No, when you say fixing, there are like certain automated systems. Sometimes they
No, this plane had nothing automatic. Even the plane was manual. They had to shift gears.
Somebody had to push it from the back.
So anyway, now I've been there for 4 hours.
Right.
There's a lady next to me. First time flying. She's very young and she cannot speak Sinhala properly also. Probably going for a maid job or something like that. And she continuously asked me, are we going to Qatar or Doha? Doha. She kept saying Doha. No, she kept saying Qatar. I'm like, yes, this is going to Qatar. Yes, going to Qatar. And then the pilot announces, ting, we're now heading to Doha. And this one freaks out. It's hot, sweat, everyone's like leaking, and this one's like, no, I'm in the wrong plane, or whatever. She's screaming out loud. I'm assuming that's what she said. And I'm like, come, help. And none of the cabin crew came that way. They're all like looking from the curtain.
Yeah, they saw how traumatic it was for you.
And then they were like, we're going to serve food. Kiribat and fish. In a plane that is at like 500 degrees, the smell of fish and kiribat at that time hits the spot, It's like,
Oh my god.
and then,
Indeed, very
and
This is a morning flight.
morning flight is burning.
That's our breakfast meal.
Like, I don't understand why they don't like take us out of the plane and like,
That's a long
Exactly.
process.
yeah, it's
for 4 hours.
more than, it was more like,
More enough time
This-
to disembark and embark.
That's
again.
because our guys have this thing is,
and then finally the AC started working. We took off, mid-air, the AC stopped working again.
Oh my god.
the
No.
mid-air crisis.
And then they were like all Pawangahan or
So
Bagazar
who
moving.
fixed it now in the mid-air?
Mustang-
Jetpack guys.
Jetpack guys.
But then
And the whole flight I had to keep telling that lady, we're going to Doha. We're going to Qatar. Doha, Qatar is safe.
Oh
Doha,
my
Qatar is safe.
yeah. And
So she didn't calm down. She would like calm and then suddenly freak out
you
again.
try her restricting method.
Then she'd be like, thank you, Aya.
Oh my god.
And that's how we had to restrict Yoshan on the plane.
Restrict your shot. You were go.
Inappropriate touching of passengers.
But you told me to touch her.
I was looking from behind the curtain.
Only looking, no touching.
There you go.
Naughty. What about you? Have you had a bad flight story?
She has one.
She was the bad flight story.
Oh my
The
god.
recent
Hey.
Loose motion?
Whoa, that's a
Charter
lot.
Airlines, the recent one.
Oh my god, I have like 3.
Pick,
What's the worst
pick
one?
the one in the middle finger. He said 3. I want this story.
Oh shit, I didn't like really think of it. I
What-
would have got kicked out from a flight at one point. Okay, that's not like a scary thing. So I'll just tell. This was the most. It was really gross. So this was like
Loose motion.
No, like a 16-hour or 17-hour flight. I was seated next to like.
A farting competition.
No, like two, like one old lady and like this lady's son. Okay, so then at one point, so we were given food and all that. So she started eating in the most weirdest way, and she washed her hands there. Okay, and the water.
Can we get that in slow motion, please?
I know, and the water was just dripping like that, and I had to ask. I was the one who just was shouting. And then like they got this, like they cleaned the place, and they got this. They didn't have another seat also, so they got this lady to go and sit where her son was sitting, and then the son was sitting next to me then. So he was like this the whole time. Like this and then like that, and after some time he's like I'm very sleepy, so I was like okay. So I was just having my resting bitch face and
How
watching
old
a
was the
movie.
son?
Like
Did you get his horoscope? Did it match?
no. And
I mean, she's
after some
asking
time, he was like,
how would she know how old she is?
so the guy
Like I'm
was like
asking
sleeping
a
like
younger
this,
one.
on my shoulder, so I had to just like excuse me.
Use the other shoulder, please.
And then after some time, the hand was like this. I was like, excuse me, now you're going
In
to
your
get
seat?
Yeah.
Oh my.
And it's like going like this. He's like, see the light. I'm like, excuse me. I was like, okay, now I just lost my. I am usually not like, I don't get like angry and all
Now
that.
she's
I
in
just
a
lost it.
masculine energy.
Yeah, masculine energy.
Yeah, I was like, I'm
Rambo
gonna
that
beat the
shit.
shit out of this guy now. And I told him, then they just got him to go and sit somewhere else. And then like another old lady came and sat next to me. And Nampao, she was like, I had to take her every 40 minutes to the washroom.
I pretend like I can't understand.
But I feel bad at that time, so she's like, Dua, So I was like doing that the whole time. I couldn't sleep, I couldn't watch a movie. That I was like so annoyed, and I was like,
If that bugger put his hand up my ass, Tavadan. Go medra Madat sitala aye.
I can't.
Yeah, so Duana, don't watch this one.
For sure.
Yeah.
Ever.
But then
Duana.
the reason I flinch is because the amount of times sometimes cabin crew, like what happens in the bathroom you can't control. Right? It's just that you have to clean that shit. And sometimes people miss the target. No, I need you to understand what that means. in all of it. Alright? Washing the hands is okay. I understand water collects there. Other things collect everywhere. And then you open it.
Oh my god.
We've seen everything, We've seen it.
It's so good.
I'm so happy I don't have to deal with passengers.
I can't
No, I'm so happy I don't have to deal with passengers.
Oh yeah.
deal with passengers.
I had one. So again, it's the Middle Eastern flights are fun, right? I had a passenger who came from the Middle East, right? What they don't understand is when you're at that altitude, alcohol hits you like a train. The smaller shot hits you really hard. But these guys, this is like the first time they're seeing alcohol in about 2 or 3 years. So when they drink, they're like, oh my God, I can get free. Absolutely hit me up. So common courtesy, 3 drinks. Then it's the 3 Ds, right?
3 Ds, 4 Ds actually, but I can't remember. Should
Distract,
we supposed to say
distract,
these
deny,
things
and
on
some other
public?
thing. Yeah, go for it.
Delay.
Delay, distract, and deny.
Delay,
Right.
distract, deny, and
And then do a pump.
Do not go. Do not resuscitate.
Not resisted. So courtesy on the way up, ref. 1 drink. So the cabin, the cart you take
Ding, ding,
on the
ding,
way.
ding.
Right. 1 way up, hurry. 1 drink for you. On the way down, 2nd drink. And then they ask, depending on how they are, you can offer them one. 5th, 6th, after a while, you're like, some people can. There you get some foreigners who are like, oh, bro, this is water.
Yeah,
And you're like, here, absolutely. Some people really can't. And you know, because sir, you're making on that person's seat, sir. So this person was very upset that we didn't serve him a 3rd or 4th drink, right? So I asked my leading, and she was like, just give it. Look, here he wants more. We tried everything else. Just fill it up with water, what it is, and give it. And Yosh, halfway through, this man is like, he's just out, all right?
Oh my God.
So seatbelts on, he's like, you know how your guy tried to touch you, and he was like on you? This man just knocked it like, and like he drool and shit.
Oh
And I was like, honey, at least he stopped talking,
Oh my
right?
God, yeah.
And then I can hear like how Yoshan had the passenger issue, like the bell started ringing, and I can see a hand from somewhere close there, going, ding 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 ding. And I was like, yes sir, what's the issue? I was like, And this man, he's trying to undo his seat belt, but it does not have the motor function too anymore because he's drunk, and now he has to puke, but then he couldn't get that off of him, so he's just going.
I can't.
And he's just like leaking, and he wore like a blazer. He wore like a jacket, right? So it's like now it's black and white. It's like Michael Jackson song. It's like black and white, just kind of. And
Why Michael Jackson?
I don't know. And like what we served dinner was I think like rice and chicken curry or something.
it's all there. It's all there. Oh
No.
No. You understand?
Why?
The thing is, so you gotta take
This is
care of the
still
passenger.
good.
Yeah,
I've seen projectile vomiting.
Yeah, my guy was still on him, not on everybody else.
This is so gross.
The person next to him was like this.
So this is the not so glamorous part of the job, so.
Imagine someone like me. I have like major
But
OCD
again,
because I'll be like, got a heart attack and I'll
Bro,
like
I
quit
felt
the
bad.
job.
You will quit.
No,
She'll
but I felt bad, right? So I had to hold like a shopping bag next to this man here with like 2 gloves saying, yeah, so just aim for the bag. And I was like, you take a bit of tissue because like nobody's gonna take her. Just take a bit of tissue, just wipe
But
that shit out. Put it inside the bag.
drink so much if you can't?
That's the thing, because you give small
it's
shots.
free.
It's free.
Not free.
And you give small
paid
shots.
for, but we make it look like it's free, so
There you go.
that's why.
That's the trick, sir. That is the trick. So you give small shots and it just hits you like that. You don't see it coming, it just really hits you. And after that, so when he got in, he was kind of skeptical. Towards the middle part of that flight, he didn't like it at all because we didn't give him the drink. Towards the end of the flight, he was like, oh, no, thank you, Pata. Oh, thank you.
For taking care of
Oh, yeah. Oh, cabin crew, thank you so much.
Obviously.
Absolutely, sir. Just make sure you put my name in the review.
Here's the feedback card.
Yeah. But yeah.
Did he give you like a proper good feedback?
Nah, he
As a
won't,
rule,
man.
I normally don't drink on the flight because I want to be fully focused when the customs are handling me.
Yeah.
I don't want to miss any moment of
Right,
that.
you don't want to miss the movie, right?
Yeah. And the movie and all that after the plane problems,
Which is
like customs, immigrations, drunk. When you're drunk for all that.
Yeah. But then you also understand that it's I don't know if it's courtesy that you have to clean the passenger up or not, because I've heard stories that
It's
people are
not
like
really.
it's not right.
It's not. No.
But it was how he puked on himself. Then you have to be in the back.
Sometimes we do
Yeah.
things just being human.
Being human,
Kind
yeah.
and all that. But even lifting,
You are
lifting
capable?
the bag. I am. Action. So, lifting bags.
Yeah.
It's not part of our job.
Job at all, yeah.
It's
Yeah.
just a courtesy. Out of courtesy we do that.
But then again, Middle Eastern flights. I think it's also because a majority of our people go to the Middle East to work as maids. That there is that identification. Sri Lankan looking must be maids. A girl complained to me, was saying that there was this lady who joined from the Middle East on the way back, and she had just thrown her bag at our girl, saying,
Don't tell me.
yeah, and she was like, Mister, she was thinking, like, no, you're nice. She was very fast.
I would have like
She's very fast. She's like, excuse me, you do that yourself. I'm not here for that. And she walked off.
No, we've had many incidents like that, and we know how to
So
deal
bad,
with that as
Yeah,
well.
exactly.
You know, just in a very kind, nicer way.
Yeah. Like if
It's
you
a
asked
space,
us, we would have.
you may put it. Let me help you.
Lift it up.
Lift it up. And
I
this
can
is
put
how I
more of
help.
support.
This
You
is how
can
I
do
help.
this. It's not that heavy.
Yeah.
Go for
This is how
it.
I help.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Because hypothetically much. So the entire point of a cabin crew member is should the plane crash, then in 90 seconds you have to get everybody out,
Yes.
including yourself. That's the only thing. Everything beyond that is a service, right? So if she tries to do that and she pulls her back, you're short one member. Then you have to wait until somebody washes their ass, gets ready and comes back onto the plane to replace her. That's your 4 hours again. So instead of doing that, you just
I just want to watch my movie.
good pattern.
He's a good
but you know, he's the guy who orders tea and then doesn't want tea and then wants tea again.
I don't drink tea.
You'll get a
You drink
sneeze tea.
I mean, on the flight especially.
He's like the coffee person?
No, I don't drink
Juice
coffee.
person.
Juice person, yeah.
Here's-
Anyways, let's
here's an
get
orange
back.
juice for you.
Remember how we started this podcast about? Shall we get back to that again? So,
Oh, the podcast.
Oh yeah.
I completely forgot.
things that men do at your profession that troubles you a lot.
Ooh.
You can talk about what women do in your airlines.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like flashing him, he just said.
That is a
That was a problem.
Oh, yeah.
I think that's a great day.
It's not crew. Yeah, yo. It's not crew that flash me.
We encourage it. Correct.
Okay, I thought, he was like telling that in a problematic way, so I thought, yeah.
It was.
How is the flash problematic unless you're like
Really?
150 years old?
No, it could be problematic. I mean,
crew
for
on
us,
crew?
no?
That's a bad.
Oh, bad. Sorry.
This is a lady who didn't understand when I
Honestly, like
said.
guys would enjoy it, like we wouldn't. Like,
We wouldn't
If a
really.
guy flash,
Ah,
we'd be like, no.
Yeah.
Right.
Interested
Yeah,
Right.
Not
that's true.
this
That's
one,
true.
you know?
That's
Yes,
true.
yes.
That's true.
This
I
is
agree.
miscommunication.
I mean, if a male flashes us, also we would like it.
Yeah, fair enough. You share the same sentiment. Yeah.
Yeah, we are same. Yeah, please continue. Please continue.
Which troubles?
You also have something?
I'm trying to figure
Ah,
out
cool.
what
We'll come back to you.
We'll come back to you. We'll go with Amanda first.
troubles.
While they think about.
The biggest issue I had with the whole modeling thing was even in some prominent shows here in Sri Lanka, no matter how much, and it's the fact that y'all will still log in the same amount of hours, but in their defense, the girls get more outfits. It's not I'm saying no to the outfits. If I had to wear 7 outfits, I would have. It's just we don't have that choice. But the girls generally get paid more than the guys. Same job, same gig. You get paid less, but I've never heard a bunch of guys getting up and like screaming and saying, "Oh, matriarchy." Yeah, that is the most annoying thing about
So
it.
it's the other way around when it comes to photography. Like male photographers get more work.
Yeah.
More work. Like it's just like you want to pick them, and they feel like I've been in so many places because now, like I said, 16 years, 8 years was just a real struggle. So there were days like I just go there, and then there's like a less experienced photographer because he's a guy they would pick. But I'll be like, okay, but now like I still work with these clients. Like after sometimes they still hire you after like many years, but then I feel like okay, I did work my way back to that spot. That's fine, but it usually happens a lot of rejection. So they ask like, how many male photographers are in your crew? And I'm like, it says Rafaela Fernanda Photography, so only Rafaela takes pictures. And they're like, no male. And I was like, no. And they're like, oh no, but like if like the situation gets like a bit, hard and all that, can you handle it? And
What hard in photography? Like physically, you have to carry
This is the fine arts.
yeah, physically, like because our equipment can be really very.
So you
heavy.
have a team for that.
So I have an all girls team.
Oh wow, I didn't
So
know that.
I have an all girls team. So then they look at my girls, and my girls are like,
Yeah. They're like, yo, what's up?
they're damn bad.
Rafaela Fernanda.
And once they saw these girls, like even I do my lighting and stuff like this. So I was carrying my light stand like this, and I have my like 1.5 kilos heavy camera on my neck, and then there's like another stand, and my girls are also carrying this. Like this was like a huge campaign. They were looking at us like, who are these women? Like, what did they eat in the morning? Sort of. I was like, you know, we can really do all these things. It's not that we can't. And but we get judged, and that is really like, it gets to you at one point, you know, because it's tons of rejection, one after the other, and it's just because, not because of your talent, not because of anything else. They just be like, I don't think you all can handle it. Like, but why? Like, why do you think? No, we don't want to take a risk taking you all, and then, you know, if you all won't be able to do it, it's safe to get like a male photographer. So this happens. And then also, like, I mean, I don't know if it's like the platform to speak about it, like, say, you know, that time of the month, and if you have to really like do heavy shoots, and you know, and sometimes if you have to speak to your client about it and then push the time, because, you know, I mean, like, sometimes we just say, like, you know, can we just do this on, like, say we have to climb Sigiriya, we have to go somewhere else, and and we just be very vocal about it, because it's nothing to be shy about. But then, like, you know, because it does a lot to you physically, and if it's not okay, then we still work. And once I was climbing Sigiriya at 12 noon, you know, and I was like physically gone, dead
with the gear.
With the gear. Like, we got up, we shot, we came down, we went to Anuradhapura, we shot. Again, at a stretch, we came back home. For next 2 days, I couldn't walk.
Oh.
You know, because, you know, and like I said, I'm anemic. So a lot drains out, and like not understanding what we go through, which we are not going to pinpoint and be like, see, this is hard, now we can't do, this is heavy. We don't say that, we still do it. So not understanding that can be really, you know, troublesome and problematic, because at one point you give up, because this is your job, your bread and butter, you have to do it, you know, because everyone else is doing. And the only excuse is like, oh, that guy is doing, why can't you? So not to hear that, so we still do it. So that is like a kind of like a question mark, and something which we feel, you know, kind of as a problem, and getting rejected by judging. They think you won't be able to do it because you're physically not as strong as this particular photographer, and he has a male crew, and all the guys can do so much work, like, you know, this sort of stuff. Because that's the reason I wanted an all-girls team too. So I'm still forming it. I want like a badass gang of girls to, you know, kind of really, you know, do crazy shit.
Do they have like a tattoo RF?
They have to.
RF.
Minimum requirement.
And they wear like skinnies like RF.
No, they are like
Takshi's applying actually.
Takshi, you can be head of security.
Oh yeah. She'll be like that.
It's like, nobody look at her. Nobody look at her. This talent.
Yeah.
Nobody look. Don't look.
Oh yeah, girls are really good at doing that. Like,
If you want to switch.
yeah.
What about you, ma'am?
So in my working environment, there were no such issue, because actually I work with like 132 different nationalities. So every day the work environment changes, and it's very exciting. But when in terms of dealing with passengers, let's say for an example, male passengers, like it's part of my job to be pleasant and be kind and, you know, be professionally, you know, talking to them. I was a senior as well, so I had to randomly go and, you know, ask people about the flight to get the feedback and all that. But sometimes, I think most of the times, it get misinterpreted. I don't know why, and then they think like I'm interested in them or something. They approach.
I know what
me.
she does. How was the flight?
Ew, I never talk like that. Never.
No, you're gonna be like, how was that? She was like, how was the flight? Ade, how was the flight? I'm confused. I can imagine.
Please.
How was the flight?
People might think she lost it.
See, that's an effort. See, I don't have to make an effort like that too.
Ooh. Now, and she's wondering how they got confused. Without effort. See?
That was effortless.
But
To
that's
collect
such a
comment
trouble,
forms,
man. Yeah.
you have to be nice.
Yeah, nice, and what she does is different.
I really must have done it. Like, like, you know, be like,
So-
how's the flight? And you're like,
Masha,
oh, you want my number?
what I used to do is this, right? And I'll tell anybody who's watching cabin crew, this is what you do. When they board the aircraft, you pick 5 passengers,
Okay.
alright? And you give them the
Best night of their life.
I didn't say that. I want to
Best
say best
flight.
service. Yes, I want to say best service, but I know you're just going to make a joke.
Flight, man, not best
So
flight.
you be as courteous as you can to these 5 people. Everybody else, good service, exceptional service here. And once you're done with the meal service, and you go with that small bucket to collect whatever they're going to throw.
Okay.
Yeah, you have a small like a drawer, right? That what are tissues and shit they want to throw. What you do is before the flight hour starts, you take the magazine out, you tear about 5 or 6 of pages and put it in the pocket here. Then you go and say, hi, sir, how was the flight? He's like, oh, it was fantastic. The food was great. I was like, oh, fantastic, George. Here's what's happening in Masan today. We're actually collecting comment forms. Would you mind filling out a form? It's like, oh, absolutely. And then what you do is, either you have the forms ready with you, or you say, hi, so on page 112, which is what it was, Rafi. Page 112 here. And then what you do is, you anyway have the list of all the cabin crew members at the back. Right? Say, it would mean a lot to us if you could just include our names in the comment form here. And once you're done, just bing me, I'll come and get it from you. Then you collect 5 forms up and 5 forms down, 10 forms. And then you go and give it to your leading, saying, I collected 10 forms and your name is also on. And they're like, wow. Because then the head of departments will send you a letter personally saying, thank you for a good job. When they start getting that job, like, oh, I'm on the good service, I'm trying to try and do it again. And then the rumor spreads that, Amanda gets comment forms like this, he should be good. Bro, I was swimming in comment forms, dude.
Did you get a salary increment?
No.
None of this sounds great.
No.
Okay.
It was just fun to do custom interactions. I love that part.
But wait, how old were you when you were doing this job?
25 to 26.
I can imagine you go to the kade and can I have a kotu? I have a customer review form.
After the food. Oh, sir, was that not good? Would you like something else? Oh,
So this is why the airline was confused, you know. We have so many good comments. So how did these people complain? 80 people complain about the flight, but how many good comments we get?
Amanda's the one.
Confused. Yeah, confusing the HR.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much. It really means a lot.
Now, since you guys are giving out tips, like others will also do this, like
Do
amazing.
Do it.
Done.
And I'm
Good
going to
job.
drag us back to the podcast.
Oh, yeah, we're doing a podcast.
In this new
This podcast is all about cabin crew experiment.
in this new environment that we are in now,
Oh, yeah.
and women coming more into the workplace, has the attitude towards women coming into the workplace changed? Like in your case, now when you're going to cabin crew, and I don't know, the fact that women are there, does it make the men feel like, she's getting all the good, you must have got all the good comments over them because of your, how's the flight?
How's the
I thought it was
flight?
this.
So what's the question?
Did you feel, did anyone ever
Like
feel,
proper Gajini.
did you feel like at any point that a guy was like, me gani take a bag karanna, me gani modek,
This is
like
Gajini
because of
Gajini.
you getting all the
Gajini,
positive.
short name of Gajini.
Oh, you gotta do it
Wow, it's the embodiment. No, yeah.
I explained to her.
Yes, good job.
It's with the single.
I think, I kind of understood. But I think you got to do it in a very subtle way, not to create enemies, you know. Like, do your job, do the right thing, but in a very subtle way. Like, don't try to be a star. And I don't know how to put it. But
With your hands?
if someone even thought about me in that way, I don't really mind, I don't
I'm
care.
so sorry. What did you tell them so secretly?
I'm like, me gani take a bag karanna, me okka form still ganno. Mono kardaradda mandana.
So that's their problem, that's not my problem. Like, I do not,
Don't get affected by other people's.
external validation or approval of
No.
somebody for my own work.
In
They can also, there's hundreds and hundreds of forms.
Yeah, do it.
Like, I've never actually done this form thing because we don't have it. It's a different airline. It's an electronic thing. They have the choice. If they want to, they can. But yeah, I've got awards, Najum awards and stuff like that for great customer service. So.
I had 3,000 forms, no comment for. No,
Like this.
No, there we
Flight
actually
She had
get
enough
paid.
air to do this.
We get paid. We get paid. We get extra 1 month salary. We get a lot of benefits once you
There we
actually
go.
get.
So that effort was worth it. Flirt
that
away,
was worth
flirt
it.
away.
She got many kottus.
Kottos. She was able to afford kottos.
Emirates, if you want somebody on your airline, I would love to. Apparently, like a great.
And what about you? When you walk into a studio, other males are there like, me gani take a bag, do you get like stuff like that, or has attitude changed?
Honestly, yes. I know this, and I've always felt very excluded also. I think we have had this conversation at one point.
She gets excluded from everything. That's not a different problem.
Sorry. So, no, my thing is like most of the time I just like, I'm always told like, see like, you're getting like these opportunities, we don't. And my thing is, I was not given. I worked for it.
Yeah.
And then like sometimes like, because female photographers in Sri Lanka are like, you know, a bit backward sometimes, and I'm not. And I'm very like verbal and vocal about things, and I shamelessly say no. And like because of that, like sometimes like people look at it and be like, oh, she's like, you know, like this and like that. But apart from the ones who know me, I'm just like a different person while working, because if not, it's so hard. Because, and I learned it the hard way, because I did definitely struggle a lot to, you know, come where I am right now. So I definitely have a different cover when I work, because I have to, you know, it's my safe space.
Yes.
So like then sometimes like I've always told, like, you know, you work, you know, you do this calendar and you work with the artists and you know, this and that, and that's the reason you're not actually talented. And like I'm like, I mean, if there's no talent, like it's still like come up, but I'm still sustained.
You're successful. Who cares about the talent? You're successful.
Yeah, so like sustaining is important for like many years. So then that is something I get all the time, and some days they have told it to my face. And yeah, they have told it to my face, and I mean, I can't tell the event.
Machan, you look at the camera and say the event and the person and
Person name, ID card
address
number,
also.
ID card number,
No, because
horoscope.
when I started, like I used to get this like messages in filth asking
comment forms. Same like them.
messages in filth saying like, you know, this is not for like you guys, like ganunge job begane, like in a very ugly way. And I come from a different background, and for me it just like
was this social media? Or?
Yeah, on social media. And I was really young then, like, you know, now I mean I wouldn't. I mean,
But now you are sharing it on.
Yeah. Now I don't like give a damn. Like, you know, back in the days, it really did get to me, and I thought I'm not going to do. And then my father was like, do what you want to do. We are there. Even if they don't like you, that's okay. So once there was this event with like bunch of photographers, and I was the only female that day. So I was so excited to meet my seniors, and I was like this. I was about 20 years old. So super excited. 20 years old. I was super excited. I went there. And, you know, so everyone was like talking, and I was trying to, you know, kind of go and talk, because I would actually do that too, because I'm like an extrovert. I would go and talk and all that. I was trying to do it, and the way they all were dodging me. And like, I was like this, trying to talk, and then this event started. They all sat, and I was like in a corner. I didn't have anyone sitting next to me. Okay. And I was like about to cry. I called my father and told, can you come and pick me up, because I don't want to be here. And after 16 years now, like when the same people want to do something with me, I'll be like, no, I won't come. Because this happened last year.
So this is something for our viewers. Work till you're successful, so that you can tell them to F off.
Definitely. Like last year this happened, and they were like, can you come, we are doing this. And I was like, no, I won't come there.
How happy were you when you said it? Show that smile, Look at that smile.
I was like so happy. And I was like super happy.
Girl, you did it, girl.
Yeah, because that time it felt like, oh my God, like
understand. And
I felt like a loser. I thought I'll never do it in life. I'll never do anything. And then thanks to my father, and like he was like, you know, no, you can do it. You can do it.
But there was a famous photographer at that event, said something to your face, I remember.
Oh yeah, like you
know,
a really like a very famous one.
I know like 3 photographers.
I know the guy.
You're one of them.
No.
Pakshi adjust the camera. See, she's 2.
No, like it was like really like harsh, and then I was like, you know, told to my face, and I was like, I didn't know what to do, and I was like,
is it a gender thing?
It's a man.
No, like what he said was a gender thing. Yeah, I know it's a man. I understood it's a man.
Like
I mean,
gender thing.
No, like he said something ugly because of your gender, or
no, I mean, you know,
it's a man.
Was it a man?
Was it a man? I established that when he said E.
Yeah, I mean, not like a gender thing actually. It's like, no, this is like not your place.
Okay, because you were young.
I was, and I was really young, and then like, you know, my social media, like whatever the posts that I was posting at that time was getting like all these sarcastic comments, and they would have their conversations there. And I made my account private, and for 8 years I didn't like really make it public. That's when like I started doing good work, and then people didn't know if Rafaela was a guy or a girl. Yeah. So that's when I started coming out and like, hey, it's a woman. I'm doing photos and stuff. That was the best decision in my life, that I came out as like Rafaela and as a woman and to show my face. And during that 8 years, it was 8 very long years, rejection, struggle and all that. I built like a rock solid portfolio and I did a lot of international work. The moment I was out, I knew like, you know, I mean, you first, now if they say something like that, you first do this, then we'll have a conversation. And that's when they say they hate me.
Any more snapping and I lose my skin.
No, for real, I said this to one of these guys, like, who, you know, they were like, no, you could have done this, you could have done the light. I was like, no, like, you first do what I did, then we'll...
Going to snap again.
No.
Ow! Takshi, I want balm. Takshi, I want balm for my fingers. Yeah, so...
That didn't come out right.
Actually like this.
I'm sorry, balm for my fingers. What's wrong with that? I didn't say lube for my
is in
fingers.
the gutter, I'm sitting next to him.
I didn't say lube, I said balm. If you put balm up,
In
it
this
burns.
podcast, this is the well-behaved side.
Oh my God,
This
yes.
is the very, very bad side.
Not the children.
No, absolutely.
We are like the nice children.
Oh my gosh.
Garro.
The two
All
naughty
right, so
children.
now we're going to get into the little bit of feminism side that I was
Oh,
on.
did it? Oh,
Yeah.
sorry,
Takshi almost lost her
I
shit.
don't know why this happens to
Takshi's
me all the
entire
time.
life. He's like, I'm going to kill Amanda, I'm going to kill Yasha, I'm going to kill everybody here.
No, it's just this. Okay, fine.
It's gravity. Friction. Okay, got it? You want to touch?
Takshi gave this the strongest side eye. Takshi's eyes were here.
Like,
All right, modern feminism. What do you think about it? What do you think is modern feminism now? We'll start with her. She has not spoken in a while. I missed her voice. You forgot the question.
No. Modern feminism. When you put it, I think feminism. Okay.
Does it still hold true to the values that it wanted to stand up for during the first wave of feminism, or do you think it's radicalized into something else that is now a weapon that's being used against and shot at everything?
It is actually, unfortunately, it is going that way. I can say, starting from when we talk about patriarchy, men, it's still affecting both genders.
Yeah.
Like we were told, women are told you're not powerful.
Right.
Men are told you can't be vulnerable.
Right.
Things like that. So there was an issue. So that's why we had to, come up with feminism. But now, since I think people are using it in a wrong way.
Yeah.
For an example, like, we don't want to like be like a man and punch a man. No, we are looking for
You only punch women.
opportunities, Huh? What did you say?
Don't worry about your child. You just wanted to say something. Don't worry about your child. You say what you
Who's going to punch me?
I wasn't, maybe.
Yeah.
But yeah, like, cerebral opportunities, like we spoke about it earlier, just equal things, rights and things like that. But feminism, sometimes, yes, women I see, they have crossed that a tiny line, which is now becoming a little bit aggressive.
Yeah.
And they are playing the woman card a lot of times, using this feminism as a concept. That's what I think, the modern feminism.
Do you think it's damaging the traditional values of being a woman?
I feel like sometimes, yes, yeah.
Yeah.
Anything you want to add to that?
yeah, I mean, it's just like, you do, I mean, whatever in life, it's always like coming in between and you're like, no, like you can't be a fake feminist. I feel like you need to be...
I want to know more about that. What's a fake feminist?
Sometimes you just like drag it into everything. Like we don't have this, we don't have that, we don't have this. Matter of looking for it. Like it's not easy for a man to be the man, go out there, like run a family, provide. It's
So
not
beautiful when you say.
drama. It's not
I'm going to
easy.
snap the finger one more time. No sound even.
Just
No sound
kidding.
coming. No sound coming.
No sound coming.
Only snapping.
No coming. Okay, please get it. Mine gutter, not me.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, bro. Yeah, sure.
Please continue.
Yeah, so like that happens all the time. So like that's something like really, I sometimes like think like why? Like, because my thing is like we have to be equal, we have to be human, and the mindset up has to be more human, because I think men go through a lot in the internal space, we go a lot through the external space, and it's always been that way, and men don't understand the external space, that what we go through, and women most of the time don't understand what men go through, and that's one reason why the highest percentage of depression is men, not women. And then we still play the victim card. That's when the fake feminism happened. So we celebrate Women's Day. When was the last time we celebrated Men's Day?
Snap finger one more time. Permission.
on a very serious note, I can't stop laughing.
She's great at being serious.
But I mean, you keep doing this shit.
I'm supporting your answer.
There you go.
No skin, not in red, dear.
Yeah.
How many snaps today?
So true. And then and that's when as humans we can talk about both getting opportunities, both getting equal rights, both getting equally treated, not just like females need to be treated like this, men need to be treated like this. Like I've always been like Women's Day, like why don't we celebrate Men's Day? It has to be equal. And people like, no, Men's Day, it's every day is Men's Day. But how? It's not, every day is not Men's Day. And like, my thing is like, the moment we start talking about these things equally, that's when like the real feminism and feminist will come out, because you can't be a woman without a man, and a man can't be a man without a woman. So this is like a thing you're stuck
Unless
for
they're
life.
batting for the other side.
Yeah.
Special case. No, we have to address that. If not, the commenters will comment.
Yes,
Yeah.
Of course.
No, I mean not in a romantic way, but like I mean even for batting the other way, like you have a mother, you have a sister, you have friends, like all that. So that I feel the moment we start equally talking about this, that's like naturally feminism is there, the natural values are there, the traditional values are there for both women and men. And I just like, even for Women's Day, I sometimes get really like, what do you think about this? And I was like, no, it's like equally hard for both. Like, let's talk about like equal opportunities.
The modern
and
feminism is more of like forced feminism nowadays.
Yeah, it's very forced, and it's very fake also. It's just literally thrown. Like you say something, you're like, how dare you? Like, why would you say that? Like, and then I'm like, we're just trying to have a conversation.
I get that a lot.
That's because you say
I have people walk out and leave, like I say something funny in my head.
Yeah.
But it comes out.
Do you want to tell them how many times a day your dad leaves the family?
Oh, yeah. My dad leaves the family chat like 3-4 times a day.
Because of you?
He's very easy to make fun of.
He's the real victim.
There you go.
So he opens the avenue. The joke is just that my brother will send a private message, don't do it, don't do it, don't do it. My mom will send a private, don't. And I'm like, ha, and left the chat.
Oh. But Kauda yet karana
Yeah, my brother. After some time, my dad's like, no, I as an idiot. And then we are back to being a family, and then my dad says something really funny again. Then again, my mom will like, don't. My brother will be like, please, don't. I have to, it's my calling.
And we're like, leaving.
Nice.
It's cute.
I think that brings our podcast to an end.
One personal question before we go to the podcast. First dates. Do you think that a man has to pay for the first date? Or is it equal? And, how's the
first date wasn't like that. We both paid for it.
Modern first date?
No, my thing is like, why? Like, you don't know. I mean, my thing is, my father can pay for me, my man can. At that first date, that's not your man. So he has no right to pay for me. So I was like, that. And he actually dealt with it, like, kudos to my husband. But he was like, okay, chill.
Kudos to you, man.
We both paid for our date.
Where did you go to eat pilla?
No, we didn't go to
I want to know how expensive it was.
No, it wasn't. It was like actually after shoot, and we were like both like kind of like product shape flirting and all. We went to
Shape
flirting, and then we thought.
How was your flight?
No.
No, that's her.
That's her.
Yeah, I'm assuming that's how she was.
Thank you.
How was your photo shoot today?
No, I was the one who's taking pictures. He would ask that, like, he wouldn't do
ask
that.
Yeah.
How was your photo shoot today?
Yeah.
It's not a show. We know what you do up there. Yeah.
No.
All right.
No.
Continue, please.
So, I mean, mean, that's how it started, and that was our first date. We both paid for it.
And you on a first date, do you prefer your man to pay, or you equal, or you just like pay for the whole thing? I don't know. She seems like someone who'll pay for the whole thing. It's like, no, darling, I'll pay. You eat.
She would.
He knows me too much.
And then the card gets rejected, like, did you pay?
No, not really. I prefer the man to pay. I like a dominant man.
So that's the traditional values you're talking
Yeah.
about.
Yeah.
So I like it that way, you know.
That's cute.
It's a
also.
bonus. Like,
To be completely
yeah.
honest, I think a lot of guys do too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Honestly,
So
I also prefer.
like to give that.
Yeah.
To
I like not on the first date.
Understand,
Yeah.
because you don't know him.
Because when he's my man, then he can pay.
Yeah,
But when he's not my man, no.
That's fair.
Why suffer before that?
But then, you know, I've
makes
seen,
sense.
like, because I have a lot of guy friends, I have seen also, like, I went on so many dates and, like, bloody went for lunch and dinner and all
Yeah,
this.
so that's
No, I think we
the
should
fine
take-
line. Freeloading women and
Yes.
dateable women.
So my thing is, like, when he's my man, he can, like, spend on me as much as he want to, you know. But when he's not my man, like, date is like, you're not still applicable to be my man.
But
Like, later
also,
on,
like,
after 2-3
you can take
dates,
turns, no?
Yeah.
Take
100%.
turns.
Takshi, what do you think,
next
Takshi?
one,
So sometimes Takshi's
She's
in the
like
front, sometimes Takshi's in the back.
Man has to pay. There you go.
Takshi's like this. Obviously, the man. I like how she just said that.
So yeah, that was the last question from my side about the feminism. Anything you want to add? Anything you want to add about women being in the workspace, about feminism? Anything for our audience to wrap it up before we go to the next segment?
So,
What was the question?
empowerment
That's her
message.
catchphrase.
Empowerment message.
Go for it,
Go
girl.
for it. Okay. See, what I've learned from my experience is you can't wait until you get picked. Pick yourself.
Up.
Pick yourself.
Right.
And then build a life which is fulfilling.
I'm sorry. I keep on looking at both of you all because
I think I'm a good boy, yeah.
He laughed first.
And then a partner become a bonus, not the main event.
Not the main
Wait,
event.
the partner becomes what? Bonus?
A bonus.
event manager. Sorry. I can't.
She ruined it.
Bro,
man.
yeah.
I was like,
He
Give me
laughed
another
first.
take.
I was laughing at something else.
So I was laughing at you.
liar.
Give me another
I
take.
was laughing at him. Okay, take two. Go.
No. I lost it. Okay. It's her chance now.
No, I don't have anything.
No, with all your this, you look at the camera and say,
I actually.
Tell the girls some empowerment message.
Sing a song.
Sing a song. She can rap.
No, I can't.
she can rap.
I can't.
Be a good girl, do the thing, the ting, a ting, ting, a lick, a lick, a lick, a lick, a ting, ting,
What is tiki, tiki,
ting.
tiki?
I don't know. I can't rap.
That's a scratch word.
Chicky, 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 chicky. Be a good chick. Did you write a song?
Oh my god.
Go ahead, rap it.
This will go viral.
Don't
The song.
rap it. Say some good stuff.
Okay. I mean.
Something that we can cut and put on Instagram.
Oh, wow. Okay. I mean, like. I can't know. I forgot the question now. Hey, what was the question now?
Something
Some
inspiring
words
for
of
others. An advice to yourself when you were a kid or something. Don't give up, fight back.
Or give up and don't fight.
Yeah, forget it. Photography is not for you.
I mean, my thing is like, don't really be part of the rat race because like we are always constantly taught, run, duana.
Hey, inside joke. What? Oh, shit.
duana. But like most of the time you're not getting anywhere. My thing is like if you can and if you are really, really passionate about something, don't be in the rat race. And also don't be the hamster in the hamster wheel also. Just do something. Sorry. Do something like which makes you feel alive and what you're genuinely passionate about. And also think about your mental health because the moment you start working, you lose the art and then you start working like a machine and you're not taking care of your mental health. And then you get depressed because success is just not going to come overnight. So it's like a very hard-earned thing. So until you get it, you have to work for it. So during that, what you really sacrifice is your mental health. So take care of your mental health more, work hard, be passionate, and be genuine to your art form.
That's the greatest rap that I've heard.
Thank you.
That was so good.
Yeah, so with that, the episode part is over. We're going to go to the game segment of tonight.
Yes, I'm-
That's our bro game.
That is not the theme song. That theme song changes every day. The game is behind you.
The game's behind me. Takshi, game please.
What's this?
I thought it's over.
Yoshan will explain the rules of the game.
I forgot what the game was. We had so many decided.
Ah, this I saw. Like Isala, he kept it here.
There you go.
This is badly explained plot, right?
That's the one.
Ah.
I'm so glad Yoshan remembers the game.
So there are random movies here, famous movies that we have watched. I hope.
Yes, we watched it.
Yeah. So you're supposed to take this. You're supposed to explain the plot really badly, and
Without using the name of the...
without using any character names or any names or words from the movie. The other three has to guess the movie. If within 1 minute we cannot guess what the movie is, you get the point.
So, tell me again.
Explain the plot badly.
Badly.
Like for example, one shot, Ranjan Ramanayaka.
Okay.
Right.
Yeah.
You can't tell that now?
No, I'm saying you get that paper. Let's say you got one shot. Let's say I got it. So I'll be like a really muscular man walking in and saving all the bad, beating the bad guys, tattoos all around, no hair, walks on a horse in the window of Vellavata without a shirt. Nobody remembers the movie as much as I do.
You can't do that also, no?
Yeah, sure, you can do that. As long as you don't say anything like the name. You cannot say Ranjan, you can say one shot. You can say it's a Sri Lankan movie or whatever,
Okay.
Alright. So you get 1 minute to explain the plot badly.
Badly.
Badly. It's called explain because the least information you give, the more chance of you winning.
I get a feeling Sashini is going to do this, like,
Yeah, because I've...
smash the shit out of this game.
Alright, so you will go first?
Sasha will go first.
Oh yeah, because she's not... Yeah. Okay, now take.
I'm scared. Okay. Did you say it?
No.
Ah.
I will time it. I will time it. I will time it.
I'll
Okay.
time up here.
You'll time?
Yep, got it.
Alright, so you have 1 minute to explain the plot. And the time starts now.
So the movie was shot at a sea.
Pirates of the Caribbean.
The story is under the sea. It's
Little
about
Mermaid.
Aquaman.
a little creature, not a little creature. It's
Finding
about
Nemo.
a little bit of a dangerous creature which might affect human beings.
Godzilla? What is on little?
So the movie has a specific music that haunts me till
Pirates of the Caribbean.
I said that.
Under the sea, little creature under the sea.
I said Pirates of the Caribbean. I said Little Mermaid.
and by the end of the movie there's a lot of blood.
Jaws. Jaws.
Oh,
Little creature, the shark was massive!
that's like badly explained.
No, I said
Also, I will say I can't
Badly
take part in this because I'm the one who wrote that.
Oh man.
who wrote this, by the way?
I
He
wrote
wrote
it.
it. You did.
So I won't take part in it. Fair,
Okay.
fair.
It's fair.
Alright.
Good
You
job.
pick for me.
I'll pick for yeah, absolutely.
So who won the point?
I
You.
Oh, yeah, no. You.
said Jaws. Alright. This is don't look.
My eyes are too bad. I can see that.
She could see here.
Yeah, see?
What's wrong with your big specs?
That's what she's wearing.
Yeah.
Still you can't see.
Still blind.
Stylish only.
Increase the magnification.
Still.
You also eat mallow.
Yes.
Carrots for her, mallow for her.
Yeah.
Yes.
Carrots kebab sudu hai na.
Starting now, 3, 2, 1, go.
So this is a film that happened about a family. It's their drama. Always they are causing problems, and it's causing shifts across multiple places, and a lot of people are suffering because of it, because of a certain family. It's because of a family, like this dumbass family, father issue, son issue, daughter issue, twin issue, all that issues were there.
Harry Potter. Oh no, twin issues.
No. I know the movie, but I can't remember the name. Oh my gosh.
So yeah, so it's this.
Adam's Family.
I can say stupid answers, right?
You can say stupid answers.
Home Alone.
No.
And yeah, so there's so many parts to it, and like it's
Home Alone 2.
3,
Right.
and there's a lot of extraterrestrial creatures in this film also, and it's a.
Wait, what?
It's time's up.
Yeah. 5 more seconds.
5 more seconds. So it's about they have great weapons which we really love,
2,
and it goes
1.
tweet.
Done.
What?
Star Wars.
Gosh,
Wars.
what?
It is really badly explained, actually.
You said real bad. It's about the sky.
good, yeah,
The what is the Anakin Skywalker, his father, his son, his daughter. They are problem no.
Oh yeah.
It's a family problem.
Fine.
That stupid family ruined the entire galaxy.
Very smart.
I know. This is my very
Must
good
admit that.
පොඩි කාලේ බලපු film. I'm like that.
Chooty galaxy කෑල්ලක් හරි කිව්වනම් I would.
Luckily he didn't say it.
I said multiple places and extraterrestrial with Q.
I thought he was going to say this happened long time ago.
I knew they would say it if I said that. No,
Did
I'm
you see?
200. 200. Yes. 200.
This is about like a thing which floats on water, and it's about a family and a boy and a girl, and they like to stand a lot, and they remind me of Good Friday at times. The post actually, it does remind me of Good Friday sometimes.
Yeah.
And
Moana?
Moana?
it's a lot of sadness. It's a sad movie.
What? Sad
movie.
Titanic?
Boat.
Moana is a sad movie.
Oh yes.
It's Titanic?
Yeah, I was trying to.
The fuck a family is doing in Titanic?
So there's a family in it.
Is
no?
there?
There is a family.
There's like multiple families.
Yeah,
in it.
that's what
not
I
wrong.
was trying to kind of like,
The thing floating in the water, I was like thinking all the ship movies in my head.
No, if I just tell a ship, it's just obvious.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you say
The thing
ship,
floating and I okay.
yeah.
But anyway, I got
thought
3-0.
it's Titanic, but
3-0.
family.
Let's go. Come on, ladies. Step it up.
Can't with you on it.
Sorry.
Oh yeah.
I'm so excited, but I'm gonna mess it up. He's
I'm
gonna
just-
get it.
I'm just happy to see you happy.
Damn, he's gonna get it.
So you make it hard. There you
That's what she does.
go. Hey
Trying
yo.
to.
Hey yo. Kids show my ass.
One flew over the cuckoo's nest.
What?
No, it's not that. But that's a good movie to watch.
Come on, you have to explain it.
No, he has to put the
Alright,
start the
3,
timer. That's why.
2, 1, go.
So it's a story about a family and little kid. So this kid is so adventurous. He want to go out of his way to see the world, and then he gets into trouble and
Baby's there.
yeah, no.
Tom Sawyer?
Because of the kid, if I say this, he's gonna get it.
Don't say. You
But
must
that's
have mateng
that's the best
gahala.
part of it.
Don't say it.
And
There's a
then-
lot of R in the story.
You can still be Yosha. You also have 20 seconds.
And the
Every
kid
time
get
she says R, you have to increase the time.
No.
the kid get attacked by multiple predators.
10 seconds.
And the father come to rescue the kid.
Oh wait,
Hansel and
the
Gretel.
father come to rescue the
3,
kid,
2,
and the father dies.
1, boom.
And that's the most sad part.
Lion King!
But it's over.
Wait, this is Lion King?
It's Lion King, yeah.
oh,
She said R like about 10 times. Like in that 1 minute, 30 seconds were R.
No, but it's over.
That's not
You
fair.
already won. Good for you.
She said R 30 seconds.
but that is like for us to guess. Like
She was like,
I really want you to guess it.
She just kept saying R like for 30 seconds. Come on.
You should do it.
There was
other
no
way
1
around.
minute of that.
Who said you can't do it?
Oh, I'll also say R. Okay, I'll also do R. Okay, pick it. I'll also do R for 1 minute.
no, can't.
If she can, why can't that? Is the woman card?
No, can't do R for 1 minute.
Then I'll ba.
No, not for 1 minute. Like do like about
45 seconds, 50 seconds.
Yeah. No.
You know,
I want to see you
this
do this.
mark should be on the other side.
30
I have
seconds,
to.
blah blah blah.
You got it. That's okay. This is the first time doing it.
I've been doing this since like last night.
Okay,
Yeah.
you already won.
3,
sir.
2, 1.
Ba.
No.
Don't do that. Don't do that. Go ahead.
She's like, don't do that, you did it.
No, she was like
I
genuinely
actually
struggling
wanted
to
you
tell the story.
Get the point, you know.
Yeah, but the time was wasted.
Yoshan, start Yoshan.
So, a bunch of middle-aged men get together and they're having a great time together wearing pajamas and pajama-like stuff. And they are working together to make...
Hangover?
Huh?
Oh no.
No, they're working together to make the place a better place. And...
Avengers.
yeah!
Hey, good job.
Better place. He said to make a better place. And they're dressed up in pajamas.
Pajama-like clothes. Yeah, so I have a Hulk pajama at home.
Which is what, shorts?
No, like green and
You wear your these on top.
Hulk wears undies. Hulk doesn't wear undies on top.
But how do we know?
Hulk doesn't wear undies on top.
I was thinking about Superman next.
Can't see, no?
Yeah, Superman's not in the Avengers.
He's
Otherwise.
going to join next year.
Exactly. 3, 2, 1, yours.
I completely forgot the start of it.
Oh, well.
How it started, I forgot. Okay,
See,
wait.
this doesn't count as the time.
Okay, then he wrote notes so I can show him.
No, I mean like you didn't start explaining.
Okay, so this is about like a bunch of really sweet-looking pets and
Life of pets.
Pet pose?
no, like pets for some people, and but they can be like really like
Apes.
Dangerous sometimes, and then
You know how you have a hamster? Think hamster.
yeah, like not like a hamster, but like a slightly bigger.
Jurassic Park.
I gave hamster one, right? You said no.
You said slightly bigger, so
There you go.
But slightly bigger Jurassic can't with human.
4, 1, 0. Last round.
No, I have one.
You have one. Where do you get the one?
Avengers.
Ah, you got the one. Yeah.
How dare you?
I was just checking to see if you knew your man. Last round.
This more that?
The last round.
You got it.
I'm going to pick one just for you for the finale.
Okay.
Like, I'm going to find one and give you.
Okay.
I'm so bad at
Alex, she's more
explaining it
excited.
badly. I want to like explain it nicely so you guys get
I
the points.
blanked out for a minute. I was like Jurassic Park. How did it start?
Babe,
Because,
you
like,
get the point, okay?
She's like,
I don't know how to explain it badly. Okay.
Go Shani.
Sure. You start.
I can't go now.
Can go.
Okay.
He has to start.
So, this story is not happening on Earth, on another planet. So, people are...
Guardians of the Galaxy.
No. People are traveling to check out that planet to see whether they can live there, humans can live there. So, once you get there, you actually see...
The Christopher Nolan movie.
No. No. So once we get there, we discover that the people are there already, like
Planet of the Apes.
the extra terrace. Yeah.
She
She gets the point.
Oh my god.
That she gets the point.
What'd you say?
Avatar.
Oh, yeah. She gets the point.
Go for Dakshi.
Oh.
I was going to say Pocahontas next.
How come? Oh, okay, fine.
Same plot. Think about it. Pocahontas and Avatar. It's same. Except the planet. It's
Same, but
same.
different.
Instead of red
Your
people.
turn.
Your turn.
He's taking it from me. Instead of red people, it's blue people.
Oh, yeah. True.
No. I'm doing it. I'll give
Ah,
you
you're
one.
right, damn it.
I'll give you a special one. I'll give you a special one.
Oh, I got it. No, this
Should give him a chance.
this I will give him.
No, I'll give you a special one.
Okay.
So let me do that one song.
Okay, fine.
Thank God. Yeah. So basically,
I know the answers. I'm not going to talk.
Good. After, but this is the deciding point for you all. So we'll close it at this. This is the deciding point for you all. Because you're at 1, she's at 1. Alright.
What's your one? Oh, okay.
What's your one? And Dakshi's also one.
Yeah. Alright, so basically, after
Dakshi, listen.
after a birthday party, a big, scary man comes to this boy's house and tells him, you're on duty for something else, Masha. Not
Deadpool.
No.
Harry Potter.
Harry Potter. Good job. Yes.
That's Harry Potter.
It was coming. I'm like,
Deadpool,
But
excuse me.
Deadpool has a scene like, he cuts the cake and then...
The Juggernaut boxing.
because she's like
So they parody Harry Potter.
die-hard fan of Harry Potter.
Oh.
If she can't get that, then
Ladies and gentlemen, with that, we're going to end today's podcast. We'll see you soon. And
Sponsor.
I was going to say that. Thanks for interrupting.
Thank you.
I was going to say this.
Right. Go for it.
And of course, we have our special sponsor, which Amanda's going to tell you about.
Ladies and gentlemen, if you have, ladies too, you know what? Hair refinement is a part of that. It's upstairs and downstairs, same company. But our sponsor this time is Rowler for all your hair care and beard care needs. If you need anything done for your face to look as beautiful as your Shan, you can always, or better, you can always go check them out.
Rowler, the place to be.
Okay, yeah, sure.
And that's a wrap. See you guys soon. Say bye to the camera, ladies.